So that's right, fans are getting more and more frustrated with some of the systems in Hogwarts Legacy, despite them also loving the game. Plus, there's a big problem that the community wants Avalanche to address immediately, by far one of the hot topics going on right now. And we're going to talk about some important tips about the loot system in the game that should help you out in the future, and an update about Hogwarts Legacy multiplayer as well. So let's dive straight in right now. First of all, we've got to talk about a big problem that fans have noticed with the game, which in particular is about your character's face. Check it out right here, some weird stuff going on. So it says how to get your selected face back in game. So you may notice that when you create your character, they end up looking different in game as opposed to when you're actually in the character creation menu. So what in the world is going on, and how can Avalanche fix this problem? Well, let's get into it. It says, well, we all know, let me scroll that up. Well, we all know that in-game face is totally something else. This isn't what we created. I accidentally find out that when I cast Loomis, I get the actual selected face I created, at least temporarily. Here's the GIF, so check it out. So when they cast the Loomis, you can see how the face kind of changes, and I guess you would say restores itself to what was originally intended right there. Now, furthermore, it goes on to say what is happening here. It says, as soon as I cast Loomis, the dreadful default facial animation is overwritten, and for the brief time, I can actually see the face as in customization equipment screen. Not only that, as default facial animation kicks back in, something interesting happens with her facial features. And this is kind of funny. Did an entire examination here about the facial features go up except the nose, resulting in a longer nose impression. Main reason why in-game character looks so different. And this isn't apparently just happening to the female version of your character in Hogwarts Legacy. It's also happening to the male version as well. Now, it goes on to say this right here. Due to this animation bug, whatever face you choose from the start, they all end up looking same-ish in-game. Another example with face number 2. As you can see, there's something definitely going on. It looks like to me her face is getting scrunched, or she has like this weird facial expression that does happen. And finally, it says, hopefully it gives you an idea of what's going on with the in-game look scandal. Who would have thought the bad facial animation even could transform facial features around? So something weird is happening. Let's see if Avalanche does address this in future patches. But my opinion is that they would eventually get to this because they're so in tune to you all, the community. They want to appease to you. It seems like they love to do that. So yeah, I think it's really, really important. But yeah, we have another thread talking about it as well. Hey, dear community, please vote for this female in-game face issue. This is terrible. So a lot of people are wanting this upvoted as the #1 fix for the next update for the game. And yeah, there's also some complaints about, guess what, the loot system with this game. A lot of players are not happy with what's going on there. So check it out. It says, I like the game but hate the loot system. It's pretty disappointing following a treasure map only to find a basic chest with a pair of gloves I already have that will probably be a green item that has crap stats. The loot system is bad. The same goes for cave puzzles, chests, etc. How is this game going to have me find a legendary cool looking item in some random bag in Hogsmeade, but the chest I have to put the effort into finding could very well have garbage in it, and usually does. This is something that I'm noticing more and more as I play the game, and it definitely needs to be addressed big time in my opinion. Now, I will say that I wasn't going to go into this game expecting it to be kind of like a looter shooter, if you would. But since they have such an RNG system here for the loot, yes, I do think that they do need to make major adjustments to this system going forward and make loot a really, really impactful where it matters. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys in the know if they're going to actually update that. Now, we have this one right here. Is it just me, or am I the only one who absolutely hates 99% of the hat in Ifor Cosmetics? Most of them just make my character look goofy. Maybe I'm just a dork who doesn't like anything whimsical, lol. But the dragon glass is really garbage vomiting emoticon. Yeah, I'm noticing that as well. I don't even mess around with a lot of the hat items or the eyewear because they're just, I don't know, I don't feel like they fit. with a lot of the outfits that are on offer throughout the world. I feel like there needs to be more of a system in place with that gear that matches what is present with the other gear. Let me know if you guys are on the same page with me on that one. But another issue with loot is this. Where are the stores? I made this point on another post, but I hope the devs see this. The RNG loot system in this game makes finding your perfect outfit a damn chore. You can, of course, exploit the game, saving before entering an area with lots of chests, open them all, rinse and repeat until you find the design you like. This is moronic. Jackdaw's Tomb, by the way, is a good spot early game. There's an actual town in this game already with plenty of stores which serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever. You know, why doesn't Zonko sell the novelty glasses, tap pots, colorful coats, and so on and so forth? The current fashion store, why don't they sell all the tailcoats and other high fashion? The store's description quite literally lists as selling those exact things, and instead it's completely random. A quality of life suggestion would, which I think would have been popular. So yeah, there needs to be a quality of life improvement here, of course, with the stores. And I think it would be exciting if they rotated really cool gear and maybe even have like limited time deals that were announced through, you know, owl posts or owl messages that were flown in saying, hey, yo, there's a limited time deal going on Hogsmeade. You might want to check this out before it's too late. That sort of thing, I think, would get players interested in visiting Hogsmeade and have it kind of, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, of course, my take on it. Do you guys think that some of these limited time items should be kind of pricey? The reason why I say that is it gives you a reason to really push and go out into the world and collect things, and maybe have it where you can only trade certain items to get those specialty items. I think that would make the game a lot more interesting when it comes to the stores and gear. All right, mentioning loot, we have something going on with the actual chests. Check it out right here. FYI, the shape of treasure chests isn't random, so check this out if you did not know. Hello, just a quick reminder that all loot is in specific containers, and you could tell them apart from with Revelio. This may be helpful if you're trying to track down specific loot types. There may be more, but these are just the ones off the top of my head, but I'll edit as I keep playing. Any leather bag or satchel is going to be shmoney's, so yeah. That's going to be important, but any larger bag is going to contain some clothing. Also, now hexagonal shaped small boxes, goes on to say this, room of requirement, conjuration spells. Horizontal cylinder shaped small boxes are going to be wand handles, and then standard looking chest, large, medium, and small, clothing of all tiers as well. Sometimes the small one contains money though. Now extra large chest, this one is going to be the one with the two-handed animation, legendary clothing items, so you know you're going to run into something really cool there. Now the eyeball chest is going to be 500 galleons, and rectangular shaped boxes with the handle on top are going to be clothing traits. So yeah, great find here and great job tracking this one down. This one comes from Something Nerd Related. I like the name, by the way. That's great. Now, let's get an update about what's going on with Hogwarts Legacy multiplayer. I did a recent video about this. Check it out on the channel. But the Skyrim Together mod dev team, they're hard at work on creating, yes, a multiplayer mod for Hogwarts Legacy. Check it out right here. This is an updated look at 10 players roaming around, flying around. As you can see, it's getting pretty crazy here, and it looks like things are definitely progressing as I scroll through here. But yeah, the animations definitely need some work, and I'm excited to see what they do with this one in the future. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date about that one. But I think a lot of us would love to be able to play at least with one other player in co-op, having a really smooth experience overall. But I think that mod is going to take, of course, some time. Now, officially, I wish they would support this game with co-op. But sometimes, I'll just be honest with you, I like exploring on my own. I don't want to talk. I just want to, you know, enjoy taking in the world. Let me know if you're the same way. All right, so we're going to talk about something a little bit controversial, and that is adding timed events, kind of like Dead Rising franchise, into Hogwarts Legacy. Now, stay with me on this one. It goes on to say this: the player character has never committed to a single thing in a side quest. Someone could be like, please, my entire family is about to be executed, and your character would say, I'll look into it if I have time. So, to make it more urgent. I thought it would be interesting in those cases if there was a time limit on this, that if you aren't going to help them immediately, there's going to be consequences. The whole family's going to be executed, wiped out, and the reward is not going to be on offer to you anymore. I think that sort of sense of urgency could make the game very, very interesting. At least a timed event in terms of getting to the location in time. I think it would be cool that players would kind of feel a little bit pressured into getting there. Now, let me know if you disagree with this or not. I don't think all side quests should have timed events whatsoever. I think that's a huge mistake. But when there is like a sense of urgency, for me, it does make sense that, hey, you need to get there in time. I remember Red Dead Redemption 2 or even Red Dead Redemption 1 had stuff like this. It was clear that someone was in very much trouble and you need to get to them in time. I personally love that sense of urgency. All right, so we have this right here as well. It says 2 tips I haven't seen anyone mention. If your quest log feels a bit empty, you could scroll around the map and look for side quest markers. If you select the marker, then deselect it, it automatically appears in your quest log without the need to physically go to that location. That is a huge tip right there. And also, any hole in the wall that your character has to crouch to get through, rendering you unable to cast spells, can be dodged through if you have the perk unlocked. It's much faster and less vulnerable if in combat. So you're going less slow, you're able to get around a lot faster. So yeah, you definitely make use of that dodge mechanic for sure. All right, now it's time to get into your top comments. Leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video. My most recent video was this one. New warning after the new update plus this amazing new tool. Check it out in the description below. Wow, I only released that one roughly an hour ago, and here I am making a new video now. Patricia Lee says this right here. It'd be so cool if there was a party system too for exploration and missions. We get to invite any of our classmates, then they will have different banters with each other depending on who you are with in your party, like from Mass Effect or Dragon Age. Yeah, that reminds me so much of Mass Effect. Some hilarious dialogue between whatever 2 characters you have. It depends. They could get into arguments if they have different views, which I love, that type of dynamic social system that you can have between companions. So yes, I'd love to see that. Now, Joshua says this right here. I want new game plus. I want to be able to sit in places or sleep. Nighttime needs a feature with teachers looking out after you to make sure you're in your dorm. I want more clothes and decorations also. Hope they have a roadmap. This game is selling so well. So with the roadmap type thing, they did not confirm that this is a live service game, so do not expect any type of roadmap. Now, I will say this, since the game has been so successful, it would be really cool if they could adjust and provide us with a roadmap. That would be very wise. But then that puts a lot more pressure on the team to nail down certain deadlines. If they're not meeting deadlines, it could go oh so wrong. So they got to be careful with a roadmap. Yeah, it's going to ultimately be up to the team whether or not they're going to commit to a roadmap. Wouldn't hold your breath. Dean says this, definitely need an expansion. There's 80% of the map unexplored. I'd like tons, 3 main quests to get the Deathly Hallows. Dude, that would be so cool. I'd like more dark quest lines as well. So there it is. The latest happenings around Hogwarts Legacy. Stay tuned for more open world gaming goodness. 2023 is going to be absolute madness with open world games. I'm sure of it. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Starfield will actually release in 2023. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Take care.